guys, we're going to move on. That was a great recap of I'm a Celeb, and we'll obviously be doing it again as it's still on for another week or so.
I'm obsessed with it.
I am as well. But another show that I am simply obsessed with is Traitors.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this show. I grew up playing card games similar, whatever it was called, there's different varies, but Werewolf or Mafia, whatever it may be. But we've got some big news coming out of the Sun today that Alan Carr will be joining Celebrity Traitors. Can you guys walk me through where we're at with Celebrity Traitors and who is actually confirmed to be on the show?
So Felicity Cross, one of the deputy TV editor, broke loads of exclusives and has been breaking lots of exclusives about the lineup. And it's actually a really stellar cast. It doesn't film until spring next year, and it will air in October. The normal one with the Muggles airs in January.
That kills me, the Muggles.
Thank goodness so, because
civilians.
Civilians. January is obviously a very depressing post-Christmas month.
know.
Lots of people do enjoy January, so I just love to settle in for cozy nights, just obsessing.
Yeah, it's
Traitors is
something to
on
look forward to, isn't it?
consecutively.
Yeah.
So sorry, just to confirm, Traitors Civilians will be back in January.
Yeah, they filmed it. It's
Yeah.
in the can. So and it will air, but it's obviously under lockdown because they don't want to ruin the surprise for anyone.
Okay.
But the celebrities connected to the celebrity version.
Yep.
Stephen Fry, Alan Carr, Paloma Faith, huge pop star. Can you name a few more?
Yeah, I put there's Daisy Mae Cooper and Charlie Cooper that flickered. She'd broken this news, and because they were turned down. Andy Murray had turned down it with his mum, so they've been replaced by that. Tom Daly, Claire Balding. Ellie Hemman, one of our colleagues, she broke Stephen Fry, Jennifer Saunders. So yeah,
They're
that's
big.
Really
massive
stars,
names.
And Tom Daly as well.
Huge name.
And I've got on this list
Robert Peston.
I've got on this list.
Robert Peston as well.
You guys can tell me if this is completely wrong, but Courtney Cox has been floating around as a potential, and so has Ricky Gervais and Liz Truss. That was on one website. Now, you guys are the ones that know what's up.
I don't think that any of those names have been confirmed, but remember, when they're casting for these shows, they send out invites, far and wide.
Yeah.
And there may be a negotiation between the agent and the show, but I don't think any of those negotiations have gotten that far, because remember, they're filming it for a series of weeks. They're not allowed their phone at all while they're filming it. They go and play the game in the day, and then they're taken to a cordoned off sort of hotel room with no discussion with the outside world in the evening.
Sorry, they're not staying in the
No,
castle.
they leave. That's what I thought. It's so huge, and they don't.
It's like a random hotel.
They don't stay in the castle. They go
because they're not allowed to be together and not being filmed. So when they wrap up for the day, they're actually taken away and secluded.
They want all of the interaction on camera. So when they're not filming, they have to be completely separate, and they have nothing to do other than watch TV in this random hotel room.
Oh, so they actually stay up to date with a current affairs. They're allowed to actually watch TV because my friend was on The Bachelor in Australia, and she wasn't even allowed to know the time of day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought that I've heard that they're allowed to watch TV, but I think the important thing is they don't have their phones on them, so they can't. Because obviously, imagine if two of them were conferring with each other, that would completely forfeit the whole
I can
game.
imagine the phone's not on. But out of these people that the Sun, you guys and Flick have confirmed that will be on the Celebrity, who would you say would be most likely to be a traitor, to be cast as a traitor?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Yeah.
Because I think that they're quite clever with who they cast as traitors. They always get people who can act, because if you had someone who was really genuinely innocent, they could blow the cover for the whole game.
Because it's not the same as Civilians, guys. The stakes are higher. I don't know how the casting team actually do it, because
having a duo like that kind of for the first time, where that they're both going in and that they're related, because we've had this sort of
remember last time we had the mum and son,
but they didn't know that at the time.
They were
inside.
both faithfuls. Oh no,
but
was
also
she?
the other thing is with this cast is that they're going to know everything about, because they're celebrities, they will have a certain amount of knowledge that they know about each other. I think Alan Carr will be a faithful, just because he seems quite sweet and genuine. I think that Claire Balding could be a traitor.
I thought that as well. And then the other person that I had on my list was a Richard Osman, and is he the author? I don't know and he's the one, the murder mystery author or something. So
I feel like
it could
he
be
would
obvious.
be too obvious.
It's
to
too
be
obvious.
A traitor. Yeah.
So he's doing it. That's good.
He's reading the room as to be.
I don't know if he's doing it. Was he on the list?
I think he's
on a different list that I saw.
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
just
the
a rumoured
confirmed
list.
list.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Alan Carr will be interesting to be on the show though, because we've not seen him on any reality shows.
No.
And they're all names that are kind of big names that we're not used to seeing outside of what they're comfortable doing, their own projects. So it will be good to sort of see him outside of it.
To see Stephen Fry as well in action. I mean, he's such a national treasure. So
again, he's someone who I think you'd be suspicious of him, wouldn't you?
Oh,
whether
100%.
whether he was a faithful or a traitor.
Why
I don't
would
know.
you
I
be
think
suspicious of him?
Because it gives me eerie vibes.
Yeah, and so clever and just. I would just think no, he's up to no
how
good.
dare you?
Oh
He's
my
listening
God.
right now. He's like, I am a faithful. That is slander.
I wonder if they'll mix it up anymore though. You know, with change the rules slightly for the celebs. Or
Do you know if the celebrities get paid?
Yes, they'll get a fee for it.
Do civilians get paid?
I think that they only get maybe their cost of living. I think.
expenses?
Yeah.
And
So-
then obviously if you win, you get money.
Yeah.
Oh, well, guys, we'll be watching that with bated breath. But just lastly for the show, we're going to talk about Barry Keoghan finally being confirmed that he'll be playing Ringo Starr in the Beatles 4-part movie series, or is it a doco?
So they're doing 4 movies and a different movie on each member of the Beatles. But I mean, Barry Keoghan is such a talented actor.
I think his name is Keoghan.
Is it? Sorry, I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure. I mean,
I would have said. Wait, say it again.
I don't know if I'm
You
pronouncing
said
it
I
right.
said Keoghan.
Yeah, that's how I would have said it.
Okay,
but-
you're probably right.
But he's obviously Oscar nominated for Saltburn and also for the Banshees of Inisherin. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
I wouldn't even attempted that.
So we know he's an excellent actor, but also I think that as we saw in Saltburn, he did a really good Scouse accent then, didn't he? So I think he will be amazing, and he's such a hot right now kind of cult actor. He'll be great.
Great. He's a good draw card for the movie, and Ringo Starr's even spoken about it, saying, "Well, I think Ringo was the one that actually confirmed the rumor."
He accidentally did.
Learning to be a drummer or
Yeah.
something.
I love it when they let the cat out of the bag. It's great.
I love it.
It's brilliant.
Do we have any confirmation on who the other band members would be?
No.
Paul Mescal's name's been brought up,
Who'd play John?
but I don't think it's been
Paul.
specified.
He'd be Paul McCartney, maybe.
Paul. I would imagine Paul.
Oh, maybe
McCartney.
Paul McCartney, actually. He does have some sort of similarities, I guess. But
Joseph Quinn, Harris Dickinson. They're the other names that I've heard, but not.
Joseph Quinn is someone that is, I wouldn't say like a Barry level man of the hour, but kind of like an understudy vibe man of the hour. I can see his star rising. Obviously he was in Gladiator, but I said this the other day, him on Stranger Things season 4. I don't know if you guys watched Stranger Things, but he was without a doubt a standout. He's just a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
I thought he was just, when I watched it, I thought you were going to be picked up.
And this could be his opportunity.
Yeah.
Maybe they listened to what you were saying.
Well, I think most people listen, Hannah, to this radio show.
But also, don't you think biopics are having such a moment? I know over the years we've obviously seen like the Queen one, Bohemian Rhapsody. We've seen Rocket Man. This week, Robbie Williams has released one.
And it's so interesting because it's usually of a time when social media wasn't around, right? So much of this rock and roll, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, we didn't know about. We don't know the ins and the outs.
No.
Even what was it? Daisy Jones and the Six is not. It's loosely based on Fleetwood Mac, but it was such a nice tale of that era, that 70s era of rock and roll, where so much was going on and we didn't know because we didn't have access. Well, I wasn't alive.
But then not to be a negative Nelly, but do we need 4 films?
No, absolutely
4 films?
Amanda.
This is a lot. I don't know if I've got time for all of
It's like Lord of the Rings level, isn't it?
It's
it's quite
intense.
crazy that it's going to be
like
for
4
Especially
hour.
if it's going to be like a 2-hour, 2.5 hour
Yeah.
kind of film, which is the standard nowadays.
You could almost imagine it on a
Times 4.
streaming platform,
I
couldn't you,
could
rather
imagine it
than
as like
a movie?
An Apple TV,
Yeah.
1 hour each,
Well, I think that's
released at the
acceptable.
same
but
time.
But the way it said film, I was kind of expecting you go to cinema and it's going to be the big epic 2.5 hour sit down.
Does the news about Barry mean that the Ringo Starr one's going to be filmed first?
That would imply it, wouldn't it? Unless Ringo has literally just like revealed all too much in an interview, and they're like
Imagine
trying to
being
scramble.
Ringo Starr being like,
imagine-
hey guys, I'm just letting you know that this production's going to be starting soon. They're like, what? We were not, we were not marketing this yet.
Well, you imagine Paul's film would be the last one. That would be kind of the finale, wouldn't you? So do you think?
Also, surely are they not going to have to interact in each other's films?
Well, they are.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
I
are.
thought.
Kind of, it's all linked up.
I just
So
do
whether
one
it's being all
movie.
filmed at the same time and then spread out.
Yeah.
So our
That's what it's-
feedback to Sam Mendes, who's making it, is can you just like condense it into one
Yeah.
movie?
Sam, like, come on.
Yeah.
Come
think
on,
about
no one
this.
has time for this.
I do think with Barry though, it's a lot of pressure on him because, like you said, up and coming and everything. He had a very large talent in Saltburn.
I
to
see
say
what
the
you're getting
least.
at, Amanda.
But how does he bring that to Ringo Starr? I'm not sure. So we were.
How does he bring that authentic talent to Ringo
Maybe
Starr?
that's why Ringo Starr is claiming him to play him.
Ringo's like,
That's
I
me.
want Barry Keoghan. I've got one name. It's Barry Keoghan.
It's very representative of what I'm about.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I saw myself in him.
Amanda Devlin and Hannah Hope, this has been absolutely hilarious, but we've got to call it time of death on this now because we've entered into an era when HR's outside and they're gonna get you two off air for that. But thank you so much for you two for joining on the box with Maddie Hale, our TV and entertainment discussion.